Hello and welcome to Craft Corner. Are you excited to do some crafting with me today? You are? Perfect, because I have the craft for us. We are going to be making some gift bag, goodie bags, whatever you want to call it. Have you ever had to give something to somebody and need to put it in something nice? Maybe you don't have a bag around, or maybe you have to go to the store to get one. But we are going to be making one that's going to be personalized and special to you for somebody else. So if you are having a Halloween party and want something cool to trick or treat with, or even to give out some treats in, or even some Valentine's Day stuff too, you can use this all year round. And you get to make some pretty cool bags with stuff you already have at home. Are you ready to get started? Me too. All right, so the first thing we'll need is a paper bag. I have a paper sandwich bag or a lunch bag if you've ever seen one of these, or probably have them at home. But you can use a bigger paper bag, even one that you get from shopping, going to the grocery store, or a smaller one you want to reuse. Whatever you already have, we're going to be using that today. But if you notice, my bag is missing something on top, something to hold. Do you have an idea what that might be? A handle. My bag is missing a handle. And I feel like to have a really nice goodie bag or gift bag, we need to put a handle on it. So that's going to be our first step. So in order to do that, we need to attach the handle. So we are going to be punching some holes in the top. So one right here and one right here. So our handle can go over it. We can grip onto it. So in order to do that, I'm going to open up my lunch bag, because if you see right in here, there's a little bit of a fold. So when you fold in the bag, it's like this. We don't want to hole punch it because we will get a hole on the side of the bag, and that won't look very good. So we have to bend this over so it makes like a little flap like this. Like our bag even has a little wing. Do you see that? It looks like a little bat. So we're going to move it so it has this just on the outside so we can punch a hole, then we'll put it right back. Same thing on this side. So we're going to take this and just move it over so it's scrunched and out of the way. It just moved back. It doesn't want to go. There we go. So if you see now, my top of my bag lines up perfectly with the other side. And we want our holes to line up too, so our handles are even on both sides. So what I'm going to do next is take my hole puncher. You can also take a pencil or a pen and just punch a hole through if you don't have one of these. But I'm going to take my hole puncher and I'm going to move it all the way to the end and just punch down. And if you see now, I have a hole that goes all, just kidding, I don't. I only did one side. Let's try this together. You see how I messed up like that? That happens. Accidents always happen. So we're gonna line up the hole. And this time I did it right. You see how now we have a hole going all the way through? Phew, you helped me with that one. Now it's time to do it on the other side. Fingers crossed I can do it this time. Do you believe in me? Thank you. I believe in me too. So now we're going to put it, we're going to make sure we have it on both sides. Not going to fool me this time. Punch through. I love doing that part too. Just the punch makes such a fun sound. Now we have both of our holes on both sides of the bag. And that's perfect. So we're going to put a string through. So now I'm going to stand up my bag. It's pretty loud. You hear that? Crinkle, crinkle. We're going to put it right here so that I can see where I'm going to put my handles. And now we're going to choose some ribbon. Now you might have some string at home or some ribbon at home that you would like to use. Anything that works for you. And I'm going to cut 2 pieces so that both my handles are the same size. So do you see how I kind of flipped it over so that I fold it in half so I can line up the 2 pieces so they're the same length? So I'm going to cut it twice. So right here where this edge is, I'm going to cut this other part of the ribbon. So now we have both ends, just like that. And now we have kind of this loop here. Do you see that? Now we're going to take the end where we have this little loop, and we're going to cut right there. So it's halfway through. And now we have our 2 pieces of ribbon. So our 2 handles right here. I chose gold because, well, it's sparkly and cute. And I like that. You might choose green or blue or purple, whatever's your favorite color and whatever you have laying around too. Now we're going to put these through the holes we just made, but just one at a time, and you'll see why. So I'm going to put one of these through the hole, and we want it to go from the front of the bag and not the inside, because if I did it from the inside, then this part of our handle would come out, and that's not where we want it to come out. We want it to be in the inside. So we're going to stick the end through and pull it through, and then I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to tape it in there so it's not going anywhere. So when we pull our bag by our handle, well, our handles don't fall out of our bag. We wouldn't want that, would we? Make a big mess with everything inside. So we'll tape that end in. So I just put a piece of tape in. You see now, it's just kind of hanging here. And before we attach it to the other side, what I like to do is put some beads and other things on our handle to kind of just jazz it up a little, make it more special. So you can pick beads that you have at home. Maybe you can even add some stickers to it, but it's just a fun way to just add something extra to our handles. Do you ever make any like friendship bracelets at home? There's a lot of cool things you can do with beads. You can make jewelry, you can drop them and they can roll away on you. Have you ever done that before? Sometimes when I'm making anything with beads, I make a really big mess. That and glitter. Have you ever made anything with glitter before? Does it get everywhere? It sure does. Well, hopefully you're better with the beads than I am. But we're just going to add some beads to the handle and then tape it in. And then do the same thing to the other side. It's that simple. As you can see here, I've had our beads and they didn't roll away. And I've added the handle to each side. And they're taped in the inside as well. So you can even do, and I was thinking it would be so cool if you have beads that have letters on them, and you could even put the person's name on the handle that you're giving it to. So you can really customize it as well. But now this is the opportunity for you to get even more creative. And we love that, right? Now it's time for us to decorate the outside of our bags. You can see here, I've taken some with some gemstones and added them on here, even hot glued some puff balls onto them. You can draw directly on them using some markers and crayons, glitter glue even, which is what I'm going to use today. But we get to have a lot of fun with this. So I want you to use whatever you have at home and whatever makes you the most creative. So if you're a really good drawer, please draw. I'm terrible at it. Like my stick figures look a little crazy. So I'm going to add a sticker to mine right in the middle, like so, right here. And then I'm going to use my glitter glue and really make it sparkle. Because we like some sparkles on our bags, don't we? I'm going to do some like polka dots on it. You see that? Gonna add them everywhere. Now, like I said, if you're a really good drawer, you could do flowers, you could do stars, any shapes you like. You could even draw the person you're drawing this for, or if it's for like a special holiday, you could even do like a Christmas tree or even a pumpkin or some bats. We're gonna keep adding some polka dots onto here. I'm very excited to see how yours turn out too. Make it as colorful and perfect as you are. Now that we've added some polka dots onto mine, I think I'm about done. Now mine is a little drippy in one spot. Don't mind that. We're always gonna have some imperfections, and that's what makes them perfect and unique for you, right? So now we have our completed goodie bag. And like I said, you get to use this for birthdays, Halloween, Christmas, Hanukkah, anything you'd like to give a gift for somebody, you have a bag to do that. So get crafting, and I'm excited to see how creative you are. Until next time, keep crafting. Bye-bye.